Hi everybody, Kelly from Kelly's Craftwork here, and today we're going to learn how to change colors when we crochet. Oh, excuse me, my allergies are super bad this morning. Alright, so so what I did was I changed 11 and did a row of single across, and then we're going to come back and change color. So I'm using just orange and green, so hopefully it's bright enough for you to see. Alright, and we're going to do, I'm going to show you a quick how to do with single crochet, half double crochet, and then double crochet. My favorite is half double. I do all my Grafgans with half double. Yeah, so that's what I like the best. Excuse me with my sniffles. Okay, so I came back and did 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, and we're going to change color on the 5th. So then we'll have 5 of orange and then 5 of green. Okay, so when you come back, what I like to do is pull my yarn to the front, and I'll show you why when we get on the next row. Okay, so to actually do the color change with single crochet, what you're going to do is you're going to put your yarn in, and you're going to pull up a loop, so you have 2 loops on your hook, and then you're going to pull your yarn forward. And this is especially important when you're doing like Grafgans. If you're doing like a hat where everything will be on the inside, you can just leave it, I think. But if you have multiple rows, I like to pull it to the front, and I'll show you why. Okay, so then I don't even do a slip knot anymore. All I do is loop my yarn over, pull it through, and then what I do, keep this one forward, is I actually single crochet when I start single crocheting with the green. Oops. Is I crochet over to my tail, and then if I have extra, then I just weave it in with a needle, but this way it's a little more secure, I think, which I like. Okay, and then we come back the other way. I'll show you again why I like having it to the front. Oops. I'm just having a dilly of a pickle today. Alright, here we go. Okay. Oh, I need to get a new camera. Keep subscribing so I can get a new camera. Alright, so here we go. So crochet back 5. And alright, so 5. Okay, so like we did before, go into your 5th one, yarn over, pull up a loop, bring it forward, and then what's nice is that this is right at the back already. So you just have to pull it up and go through. So now you see how there's this here. How I get rid of that, I'll show you. So when I go into my first stitch with orange, before I pull up a loop, I make sure to kind of pull this over with my hook and then pull up a loop through all of them to go. And then, oh, my yarn is a little tangle over here. Sorry. Alright. And then I, finish off the rest of the row. And oh, yarn, why are you so tangly today? Okay. So then I have my green to the front, and then this is what the back will look like. I mean, if you look at it the correct way, would probably help. See? Now, I'm not a huge fan of using single crochet, just because on the odd rows, the backside always has the little legs, I like to call them. That's why I don't like to use it. Like here between the orange and the green, it's nice. But on this side, you can, you know, have these. I'm not a huge fan of those. So that's why I like to use half double. And the half double is very nice. So, and then when I do half doubles with like Afghans and stuff, I only chain one. And then, you know, yarn over, pull up a loop, go through all three. And I don't know, I just get a cleaner edge with half doubles for some reason. And I finally figured out how to go around the edges with a half double, which I should actually do a video on because it's pretty amazing. Okay, so when you get to the color change, yarn over, pull through, pull up a loop, bring to the front. And then same thing, you know, pull up your next color, pull through all three loops, and then just continue on. So here you'll still have, you know, a little line like that when you're doing like a box. So you do that, and then like you can still you notice it, but it blends in better than if you leave it. That's what I do. So now let's say, let's see here. I'll do a row of double. Okay, so that's half double, pretty. So the back looks like this now. You know, and then we'll do one more row of half double, and then we'll go on to double. So same thing. Alrighty. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to when I can afford to get a new camera. So I don't have, because right now I have my web camera clipped onto my shirt, and it's very uncomfortable. But at least it's pointed in the right direction, and it's easier to see, I think. Okay, so this one, you know, yarn forward, pull up that, and then same thing, yarn over, pull through, make sure we get this little line thing here, like that, pull up the loop, and go. So now we have 2 rows. You can kind of go with what you like. Oh, my yarn is so tangled. Alright. Yeah, and then I'm using a desk lamp for my lighting, and it's just horrible. Okay, so now this is 2 rows of half double. It's a little more square. And this is the back side. Isn't it nice? I love it. I like it better than these down here. Alright, so on to doubles. So with doubles, I rarely use doubles with color changing, but you know, some patterns call for it, so you just do it. So if you don't want to use your end row, your chain, your beginning chain as a stitch, just chain 2. If you do want to use it, then chain 3. I don't want to use it, so I'm just going to chain 2. And the reason for that is just for cleaner lines when I do the edges. Okay. I move my hands a lot when I crochet, if you haven't figured that out. I do love to crochet. Okay, so to color change with double crochet is you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and go through the first 2. And you're going to leave those 2 on your hook. And then you pull your yarn forward, and you pull up your green, and same thing. Okay. So then you yarn over here. Here you can see the line a lot more. Still, with that first one, bring it over so you can pull up your loops. Like that. And then, I mean, this one's a little cleaner than half double. I still don't like it as much. I don't know. I'm faster with half doubles. They're so much fun. Half doubles are the best. Okay. And then do one more. So then with a half double, you know, when you chain one, this one's a little trickier to get into, but it just makes for a better edge. Okay, so the front side and the back side. Now I didn't pull it tight enough, so there's a little thing you can see here. But you know, if you have it tighter, it works. So that is a double. So do one more row of that. And then I'm going to show you if, you know, your lines are going to be staggered. That's always tricky. But you master those and you can do anything. Like there's wonderful, wonderful patterns out there. And do shout out to like KB Crafty and AZ Threads. They have amazing patterns. There's one other one. Oh, let me look at my sheet here. Whoa. Of course, the thing I want is under all this stuff on my desk. Let's see here. Yeah, and then Kareem Best also has a lot of awesome, awesome patterns. I have some, but not as many as those ladies do, and they are awesome. Alright, so yarned over, pull up a loop, and have two left on my hook. So I'm going to bring my green forward, pull up my orange, go through. Alright, and so yarn over, there, pull up the orange, and away we go with our doubles. And now we're done. Okay, so now and I'm going to go back to a half double because I just like those better, but you know, see how nice and straight that's the back side and the front side. Not too shabby. Alright, so I gotta fix this a little bit because it's starting to fall. My shirt is starting to stretch out from where it's sitting. This is why I need a new camera. Okay, so let's say your pattern calls for 4 of orange and the rest green. Or 3 of orange. Let's go 3 orange. 3 orange and the rest green. So you're going to do 1, 2, and the third again. Pull up your loop, bring it forward. So now you're going to bring your green over and pull through. So instead of just like starting to stitch haphazardly, you're going to make sure you pull up or you go over, you're going to crochet over this right here. So from my side, I can see it here. So I just go under, so you're kind of grabbing it like that and over. The tricky one, it will be this one because it's sitting down below where your hook would come out. So you just have to make sure when you're pulling your hook through, you catch it. And then through, and so on and so forth. So that's how you do it like that, where you catch it like that, where you're pulling the one color over more. So now on the next row, I'm going to show you what to do when you want to go further down. Okay, finish up this row, and then turn and come back across. Okay, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, running out of green here. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so let's say we needed 1 more green, or 2 more greens, and then 1 orange in this row. So instead of just going over the orange and leaving this, what you're going to do is pull up your orange to make sure you're getting it caught, like you're going to crochet over your tail, basically. So 1, and then 1 more time, make sure you have it where you're crocheting over it. If I had a better camera, I would definitely show you. It's so much easier. So now, oops, I made a boo-boo. Okay, because we're going to change our color here on this one. So you're just going to make sure you're like this. Okay, so then what you do is I bring my green over this tail. So it's kind of locked in. The green is kind of locked in. And then I bring up the orange. And then when I do my last stitch here, then I don't have to do anything on the back side because it's already done. And then I'll do another row where I go further with the orange. Like we'll go back to 5 of each color. So do your first one here, and then yarn over. You're going to go into the stitch of green, but make sure that the green tail is also up. So when you pull up your loop, you're actually crocheting over this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one will change. So yarn over. You still have this where you're crocheting over it. Pull up your loop. So bring the orange in front, but over the green. So it kind of locks it in a little bit. And then use your green to pull through. And then you can finish up your row. And then I'll show you what it looks like there. And then these are all tips and tricks I've learned through different videos on the internet, on YouTube here. And they work really well for me. So I like to use them. So there's the front part of this. So then this orange is ready to go for the next row. And then the back side. Look at that. It's almost seamless. It's great. So there you go. There's a quick tips on how to change colors. So you have our single crochet change, our double crochet or a half double crochet, our double crochet, and then how to bring it forward and how to bring it back. So there you go. All right, and then if you guys have any other suggestions on what you want to see, just let me know, message me or comment, and thank you again for watching and subscribing. You guys are all awesome, and hopefully soon I get a new camera so I can do a little higher quality videos. It didn't work to use the DSLR camera with this. It is so hard to do with that when you don't have a tripod that's small enough. So, all right, thank you guys, and have a good